Welcome back to Unleashed with Mark Morano on TNT. All right. Back by popular demand is Donna Jackson, the Project 21 Director of Membership Development from the National Center. Welcome back to the program Unleashed on TNT, Donna.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
We had a
Glad
lot
to
of
be
good
back.
feedback, from your last segment, and a lot of great clips were made of it as well. So you have a tall order to match what you did last time. I don't want to put any pressure on you now.
All right.
All right. Well, let's just start. We're in the middle of an election year right now. Joe Biden just gave his State of the Union address. And a lot of people are speculating that he was injected or took some pills to make himself a sort of violent, angry old man. What are your thoughts on the State of the Union, both his delivery style and his messaging? Just give us your thoughts.
Well, I'm not sure who he's talking to, but he sure wasn't talking to Black Americans who have supported him over the years. He didn't talk about illegal immigration. You know what? The left makes a lot out of the replacement theory, right? That somehow white conservatives are afraid that illegal immigrants are going to replace them. Guess who's afraid of that? Black Americans. That's the number one issue, that they're going to the booth because they see their vote getting watered down. They're the people that are being replaced by the illegal immigrants. They're the ones whose communities are being saturated, whose schools are being emptied out, whose after school programs are being emptied out. Their communities are seeing the rise in crime from illegal immigrants. Let me tell you something. For every murder that you see in the spotlight, there's probably 3 times, 20 times that amount happening in Black communities. Illegal immigration is the number one thing, number one issue, making African Americans go to the booth, and we'll see a big pivotal shift this election cycle because of that. I mean, it's something that I've never seen before. They're revved up about this. All of a sudden, you have in Chicago, Latinos and illegal immigrants are the largest minorities in that area.
Wow. Now, here's a question though. Could this explain why Donald Trump, according to mainstream media polling, is doing so well with Hispanics who are legally here now and can vote, and African Americans? And first of all, respond to that. Why is Donald Trump doing so well with minorities? I mean, better than any Republican in modern history that I'm aware of, and not just like slightly, but like multiples, double, triple of any previous Republican in polling by the mainstream media.
Okay, you know what? So, whose jobs are they competing against? Ones that are historically held by African American and African American men in particular, whose wages are being depressed because you have flooded the market with low cost labor. African Americans, if you want to build a family, you need financial stability. But you can't do that if you're competing for a job that all of a sudden used to pay $15, now it's paying $7, or used to pay $20 and now it's paying $6. I mean, this is the whole point. And, in Chicago, and this is amazing, in Chicago, the school board is considered a sanctuary city. You know what that means? That if an illegal immigrant goes to the Chicago public school system, they have to get preference in jobs. They can't be fired while they're trying to clear up their immigration status. They automatically got two seats on the school board without ever running for elections. 2 seats. They have unprecedented power. They're actually putting people out of retirement communities to make room for illegal immigrants. They took some $53 million away from after school programs for illegal immigrants. The people in that area are livid. And the other thing is this: when you look at somebody, you can't tell that they're legal, or when you look at Latinos, and my mother-in-law fed into this category. You can't look at somebody and say, oh, they're illegal and they're not. No, they just look Hispanic. So however badly you treat an illegal immigrant, legal citizens are getting treated that badly now because the American public are mad at everybody. And so illegal people who fought and came into this country legally, or maybe was born in this country, are now getting treated and feeling the same anger towards them that illegal immigrants are getting, treated today. And so a lot of people, I mean, it was Hispanics that were the first ones that actually said to me, these illegal immigrants shouldn't get preference because my family worked so hard to become legal citizens, and it's not fair to us, all the work and the money that we had to put in to get here legally, for them to just be able to get the same benefits and actually get treated better. And I think that that's the point. I mean, when you think of how difficult it's been for the American, for throughout Americans, for Black Americans to be seen as legal citizens, civil rights movement, all of these struggles that we've gone through for our citizenship. And now you have illegal immigrants that come over here and are being treated better. I mean, that made citizenship mean nothing. That made the civil rights movement look like nothing when you see that somebody can actually come over here, not work within the legal system, and then get preferential treatment where individuals that struggled for decades had to fight for it. I mean, how is that fair to anyone? It's not.
Well, are African Americans organizing against this? Are they going to vote a certain way? I mean, are they going to send a message at the ballot box? What do you think is going to come of this? Again, you've laid it out, a very good case of why this is devastating to Black communities across America. They're just flooding us with illegal immigrants. What's the response going to be at the election ballot, do you think?
I can't tell you who the individuals they're going to vote for, but I can tell you the policies they're going to support. And they're
Sure.
definitely going to support conservative policies because this is the one that gives them the most economic protections. It gives their citizenship protection. It gives their communities protection. I can say that as long as we don't screw things up, at least 40% of the African American vote is up for grabs. And that's unprecedented. Right now, Biden probably has about 60%. There's 20% for sure that are supporting conservative policies. There's 25%, 20 to 25% up for grabs as long as we can show them that these are the policies that we plan to put forward that'll work for the communities. And I'm gonna tell you, they're desperate. I mean, a conservative could go into a minority community that right now, and it would be like a Beyonce concert. I mean, seriously, they're dying and starving for it. And I think that what conservatives need to realize is that they don't have to be scared of being called a racist or any of those kind of things. Let me tell you, you have a better chance of having a white liberal female call you a racist than a Black American. They want answers. They want somebody that's going to help. They want real policies. And they've seen what the last Trump administration did to help them. And, it was probably the only good thing about having Biden in the White House this time is because African Americans see that they've been lied to for decades by the left, that they didn't have to wait, that it wasn't a problem, that they didn't have to get put in the back of the bus, that really the problem is that it's not that the left wanted to give them solutions or do anything to help them. The left wanted to make sure that they created more chaos. so that they can use them as a front for their own gain, political gain, and their enrichment. And so I think that you're going to see a big shift, because I'm going to tell you, it was the golden era for Black America during the Trump administration.
What about Biden's claim? And he said it on a black radio show. I can't remember the name of the host off the top of my head, but he said, if you vote for Trump, you ain't black. Are you still black if you vote for Trump? I'll ask that seriously because the president of the United States made the claim.
This is the guy that ran as a senator on a segregationist ticket. I mean, they want us not to remember that. This is the guy who didn't want his kid to go to a race jungle. This is the guy that's called Black Americans super predators. He thinks he talks about how now that he was, did all this work for Martin Luther King. Well, maybe the work he did was providing the rifle that got Martin Luther King shot, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't marching in any civil rights movement protests. This guy has been saying racist things and really has been doing racist things since he got into politics, and it still hasn't changed. One of the things that irritates me the most, he talks about how his administration is the most diverse, but he made sure, this is what really frustrates me. He made sure that he had the least competent individuals to put in positions, so that everybody would think that the only reason why African Americans or any diverse candidate can get a position is because we have to give them a carve out because they can't meet the standard. He bypasses all the qualified, educated, competent individuals and put in incompetent individuals because he needs you to buy the narrative that we're too stupid to be able to get an ID card. Okay, so it's racist if you have an election where you require an ID card, but not racist if you need an ID card to get in the federal building, or to apply for government benefits, or to get on an airplane. I mean, I think that most racist thing is the fact that if you think that Black Americans, it's racist to have an ID card to vote, then it should be racist that you require an ID card to get a bank account. I mean, what is that about?
Well, the Biden administration, as a woman, are you proud that the highest ranking Navy official is Admiral Rachel Levine, who's in the Biden administration? What's your comment on that? The highest ranking female Navy official.
Well, I mean, he has so many wars on minorities, it's hard to keep track of. But let's start with that. The woman of the year is a man. The best athlete is a man. Everything that's about a woman is a man. I mean, first of all, we have male sports. We don't have women's sports because women aren't winning. So we have male sports and male women's sports. We have women, the model of the year is a man. It's amazing that the vice president had to go to Planned Parenthood and say uterus because she can't say woman because nobody knows what one is, right? That's why she had to say uterus. Oh, the uterus person. Oh, the uterus person. Because they can't say woman because their base will be angry because you can't define what a woman is. So how do I feel about it? The Biden administration doesn't even know what a woman is. I mean, they got the Biden, the male, and then the uterus is our vice president.
Well, are we far from the day when a white person could identify as black, or a black person could identify as Asian? I mean, why not? What's your thought on that? Are we far from the?
Well, I understand that I'm a black face of white supremacy, so I ain't even. I'm not even black, right? Because I don't understand that. I don't have the freedom to choose like you. You can go in, according to the Biden administration, and vote for the Greenpeace Party, the Democrat, Republican. You can vote for the Communist Party. Guess what I can vote for, according to them? Only the Democratic Party. So you can be white and vote for anybody you want to. I'm black. I have to vote. I can only vote for one person. How is this different than Jim Crow? I'm wondering because that's the same thing. They used to have the ballot, they had open jars so people could see how everybody voted and they knew who you're voting for by the color of the ballot. That's the same thing. If you're Black, they only give you a Democratic ballot. I'm pretty sure right now, if they could, they would just keep off the Republican off the ticket because we're not supposed to be able to have the freedom to choose.
Well, of course, that's what they're
So
trying to
how
do.
is that not slavery?
Of course, that's what they're trying to do with President Trump, keep him off the ballot. With President Trump, the more it seems as though he's been called racist. You put on MSNBC, Donald Trump's a racist, Donald Trump's a white supremacist, but yet his numbers keep going up to historic highs in the corporate media polling of minorities supporting Donald Trump, both Hispanic, African Americans. Why do you think Donald Trump is getting stronger and stronger the more they call him a racist, the media?
Okay, first of all, every adjective that they use to describe him is what they used to call us first. You know,
Yeah.
the angry Black woman, right? Donald Trump is the angry white guy. I mean, they just put the fine replace in their contents. You know, our Black Americans and our kids was, you know, angry and they were violent, and now, you know, they just put the fine replace MAGA and Republican national white nationalists. They did this. They're doing the same thing to Donald Trump and his constituencies that they did to Black Americans forever. And Black Americans are going, see, I told you. Right now, the media, everything that the media is doing to vilify Trump and his supporters is what they did to Black women, Black people, and the communities for decades. All of the trumped up charges and the legal system that's been against Trump is the same thing that African Americans have been saying for decades that were happening to them. You know that I have Black Americans come up to me and say, when the history book is written and people are reading it decades from now, they're going to think Obama was a white man and Trump is a Black man, because nobody will believe that a white man got treated this badly. So I'm going to tell you, Black men 100% relate to him because he can understand where they're coming from when they say, this is the way I was treated. This is the way the media depicted me in the papers. This is what happened, what they were saying about our communities. That's why he resonates.
Well, all right. We're talking with Donna Jackson, Project 21 Director of Development, the National Center. We'll be right back. This is Unleashed with Mark Morano on TNT. We'll continue our discussion with Donna Jackson. Stay tuned.